Hi Pep. Just what you were saying about Raheem and Kevin De Bruyne being fortunate not to be injured last week. Are you worried that teams are targeting your better players with rough treatment?
No, 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 no. I don't believe the players never. Even Pogba says what I said. I believe one player goes to make, injured to the other one. So never. It's impossible to think about that. But the football is quick, it's fast, it's aggressive, and the players and the referees has to follow the rules. So I know how impact it is here about the diving players. Everybody's curious about that. Okay, it's perfect. The people who's diving and they want to punish. Okay, we know what happened, for example, against Leicester. 95 minutes, he was diving and nothing happened. It's okay, but the main thing they have to do, the referees, is protect the players. No matter which team. I'm not saying protect the Manchester City players. No, protect the players. That is the most important thing. And when that's happened, we were lucky against Tottenham. For example, it was an action like Nico Tamendi with Harry Kane in the first half. We put the leg here. You have to protect that. You have to protect Harry Kane. So the main thing for the referees is protect it to be safe the players. That is the most important thing. And unfortunately, Phil will be injured for the next time.
Is it the speed with which the game's being played means it's becoming more aggressive?
No, no, no. It's the similar like season. So since I am here, is the physicality here in England is stronger, and you have to accept that, and the players deal with that. So if we are not strong enough and keep going the physicality and keep the physicality for the opponents, you cannot play in that league, and you will not be in the position that we are. So we have to adapt that. But the referees are there just to control that. So when it's fall, it's fall. When it's have to see because. So believe me, especially with Kevin, could be out for a long time.
Hi, Ben. You said after the Bournemouth game that you couldn't expect, no one could have expected you to go 16 games undefeated, 16 winning games. The season you're having is kind of making other teams look bad, who perhaps they're not particularly having bad seasons. Do you allow yourself as a manager to feel sympathy for your rivals and the way you're playing at the moment?
Of course. Did you listen in 80 months of a bad word for my opponents or manager or something like that? Never. It never happened. Of course, for example, United and Chelsea, they are making a point to be champion.
Yeah.
So when I'm saying it's not over because you drop 1 point, you drop one draw or one lose, and we put a 6 or 7 games. So still we didn't finish the first leg. Tomorrow is going to finish the first leg, but still we didn't finish. So it's a lot too. But of course I have all the respect for the legs. I think 10 games from Chelsea, won 8, draw 1 and lose. That is the numbers to be champion. So when that's happened, there's no complaints about the teams. So it's the same United. So they are making an amazing season. So I'm not, but never here. I'm going to say something about the opponents. Never.
And do you expect there to be a reaction from them in the new year? You're saying that you would like to strengthen, which is going to make City even more difficult to beat. Do you expect all of them to do the same, just to try to keep pace?
But it was the same like the first part of the season. So they are trying to beat us, and we are going to try to beat them. So it will not be different. So we passed a real tough week last week against United, Swansea, Tottenham. It was a tough fixture for us. One, especially in the middle, about mentally, and against United and Tottenham how tough it is. But now it's the same. Before we go to Anfield, for example, in 4 or 5 week fixtures, we have 4 difficult games. Especially 2 away, when the fixture is you played 31st, number 2, and after a lot of games, and I don't know, the mentally the players are still in holidays, in Christmas time, or still focused on what we have to do in the game. We will see how we react in that kind of situations, and it's now. So now it's just thinking about how you prepare, how we prepare. I came here earlier to prepare the Bournemouth game, to convince the player what do you have to do to beat them. It's step by step, and we'll see at the end what is our level.
And in your own mind, when you're plotting the season out at the start of the season, you will have probably looked and thought we'd have this many points at this stage of the season. How far ahead are you from what you would have expected at this point, purely points-wise?
In the way we play?
No, purely on points. You wouldn't have expected 16 straight wins.
No.
What would be for you a good points total at this stage of the season?
I don't know. I'm glad to be where we are. So I would like in the beginning of the season, but I didn't expect. I said in the last week, and I repeat, that is not normal. That is unreal. That is not the situation I used to. So I expect lose games, drop more points, but I am glad in the situation, and of course I am going to fight. We are going to fight to continue to be unbeaten. That is going to happen. We'll be beat, but we're going to fight to be unbeaten. That is no doubt about that. Because the way we play in Leicester, for example, with a lot of young players, or the way we play in Tottenham, or the way we play in Swansea, they show me still we are hungry, desire to win another one and another one and another one. That is going to happen, knowing that we can drop points. And after that, we're going to see how we react to keep our position and thinking in the next one. So it's still a lot of points to win, a lot of games to play, with a lot of fixtures, a lot of games. We continue in the Carabao Cup, so Champions League will be around the corner. So we have a lot of games we're going to see. That's why make a lot of plans in the future is a big mistake, because I don't know how many players will be fit, how many injuries we will have. Every team now, there are a lot of players. King and Defoe, and Daniels, they are notable in Bournemouth players, so because there are a lot of games, a lot of injuries, and that's why we have to decide game by game how the players are. Silva's coming back or not, how with the players today. So we're going to see, and after that we're going to solve.
Pep, just going back to the Tottenham game, there were two bad challenges on two of your players, on Kevin and also on Raheem Sterling. Do you feel the referees are giving you the protection?
No. So I make an expression about, they asked me about Phil Foden. So tell me about on the pitch. So nobody in 3 days after Tottenham speak how was the game, in which system they use, or which system we use, or which change when Mauricio start with the diamond 4-4-2. Nobody said about that. And after 30 minutes they changed it. How do we adapt that? So I just put in the letter I accept. So we have here, because like a manager, I want to play against the best teams and the best players, and the main thing the referees protect the players, following the rules and protect the players. That is the most important thing. But always we are aggressive. Sometimes we make a tough injury. They have to protect that. So it's simple like that. But it's not the main target about I am concerned or worried about that, because of course all the teams want to win, and all the teams are going to fight in the best way to beat them. And sometimes it happens, because I have no doubts that Harry Kane and Dele Alli, they are the top team players and they want to play in attack, and I am not suspicious about they are dangerous players. No. It's a players they want to play, but you have to protect, because the same with Nico Otamendi was Harry Kane. You have to protect that action from Harry Kane. That is, I think, what you have to do. And of course the physicality, sometimes they want to do that, but it's quick, the action is quick, and sometimes happen. Okay, sometimes happen. It's the same what happened with Mane, with Ederson in the keeper. Mane is doubt about him. He doesn't hit the goalkeeper. He doesn't want to do that. I am pretty sure of that. But the referees, you have to protect that. It's simple like that. And our players and the other players.
Just going back to Phil Foden, could you just tell us a little bit more about his ligaments? Is it ankle, knee ligaments?
His ankle.
His ankle ligaments.
Ankle ligament.
Was it a challenge, or how did he get injured?
No, we were scared, because we thought maybe it was a bone, but there's no bone. It's just to the ligament, but will be, I don't know, 1 month or more than that injured.
The last couple of guys here.
Pep, can I just ask about the about the ribbon? It's obviously very important to you. Will you continue to keep on wearing it even after the vote? And if so, until when?
Yeah, they are still in the jail.
Yeah, so until they come out of jail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Just stand up from here, please.
Hi Pep, just about time off over Christmas. How much time with the families will the players get over the next few days before the Newcastle game?
We'll be with the families 24 in the afternoon, 25.
Back in work on Boxing Day?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that important to the players? Are they happy about that?
I would like to give them more time, but it's not possible. We have to play against Newcastle. So, but it's funny. It's part of tradition. I love that tradition. So I don't like too many games. I would rather less games than other competitions. But the Boxing Day tradition, and all around the world are we watching us. So are going to watching us. Everybody's in holidays. We are going to play games. That's good.
Just about that, actually, you mentioned a few weeks ago that this is the period now up until Watford, as if Watford's the cut-off. But you've got Palace on New Year's Eve, and then one day off, and then Watford. That's not really ideal, is it? How are you going to cope with that?
I did it last season. We played 31st in Anfield, and after we came back to 2 against Burnley, we played 65 minutes with 10 men.
You weren't very happy after that game, to be fair.
I was so happy. You cannot imagine how good we did it. After Anfield defeat, mentally we sat, we didn't make a good performance, and go to the Burnley. We played 65 minutes with an action. It was not red card, and we did it. And that's why I was so happy. I didn't express your colleague in the media, but I was so happy. That's why when you show that, you can do absolutely everything. So tired is always here, mentally, never in the legs, always in the head. And we showed that.